guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another speed build. Today I am back with an apartment renovation, and we are going to be renovating 17 Culpeper House, which is in the Spice District of San Myshuno. And the reason we're doing this is because I had gotten a suggestion to do a New York City inspired apartment, and I feel like the Spice District is the district in San Myshuno that gives me New York vibes the most, so I decided we would build an apartment here. And I did try and go for what I think is a stereotypical look to begin with, like with the reddish brownish bricks, like basically brownstone looking interior, but I did change it up to be way more neutral and light colors. And I think that's probably because I had so much color in my builds last week that I needed to tone it down a bit, because I think I have a love for like black and gray. I just like really neutral black, white, and like maybe a pop of color. And I did go back and add pops of color in this apartment because it was way too neutral. There was no colors going on. So I do end up going back and adding some pops of purple throughout the house, and I think it does look pretty cute in the end. But this is basically the kitchen. We end up having an island in here that has 3 stools at it, and just getting some decorations around the place. I spent forever trying to decide what decorations I wanted, but I did keep all of the footage in. You got to see the floor plan and all of the me mindlessly scrolling through trying to find decorations to put on various surfaces in the house. So I didn't cut anything out. I've been trying really hard since the feedback last week, because I've been working on a bunch of builds right now, to keep floor plans in. Of course, if I do anything huge, well, I'll record the floor plan for really big houses, but if I can't keep it in, I'll have to take that out. But I'm going to try to keep on recording them from now on so that I have the option to keep it in, since a lot of the feedback I got was to include floor plans. So I'm going to try and do that moving forward. But anyway, this is the living space. It's very gray. I used these really gorgeous couches. What are they from? Are they from Vintage Glamour? I think they're from Vintage Glamour, which is one of my favorite stuff packs. It's fantastic, and if you don't have it already, I would highly recommend it. It has some really cool items, and it also gives you the butler, which is a really nice thing to have if you play wealthier families, or you just don't want to deal with your house and you're using motherload, so it doesn't really matter. I really like having butlers in The Sims. I don't actually use them that often, but it's nice to have that option, and I'm used to having it from previous games, so having that added into this game with with Vintage Glamour was a very good addition, and of course it works really well with Get Famous, hence why I confused the two. I think those two packs just go really, really good together, because they both have some more glamorous items in them and furniture, and those two packs just really pair together well. Same thing with bowling stuff, because Get Famous took like the styles from those two stuff packs, more retro and more glamorous, and like they're both in there. So those are definitely two of my favorite stuff packs, actually. But anyway, this is the hallway. We're just going to throw some paintings up here, which I'm going to get rid of in the end, because I'm going to end up putting some plants in this hallway, because I can't help myself, and I put plants absolutely everywhere. So we'll be doing that momentarily. And then I think about doing a small dining table, but we end up having a larger one with 4 chairs. I do use these ones, which I never use these chairs, but I really like them, so I thought I would try and do something a little bit different here. And as you can see, this whole place is very black and gray right now. We do have those purple cushions, which is what inspired some pops of purple that I do end up adding to the rest of the build. And then I searched through here looking for some sort of magazine to put on the table, and I found one that was called Where Am I? Or something along the line. I think it was called Where Am I? Yeah, it's called Where Am I? And it has like a map, and this is where I imagine to be New York City. So I thought that was really funny, because it's like a city. We're in the city, and it's like finding your way around the city. So I liked that. And I also put one of those tablets that we got with the Stylist Career Update. I really like that tablet, so I thought that was a nice thing to put on the table as well. And we end up moving some stuff around and putting that plant that comes with a bunch, well, it's a couple plants, these succulents here with books, and we make it look like the books are stacked on top of those books, and then we have the succulents, and then we have the tablet, and I think it's just like a nice cluttered but aesthetically pleasing coffee table. I had to think of that word. And then we put this other coffee table through the couch to kind of hide the clipping, but also include like a built-in coffee table. We just put a nice lamp on there, and then I thought about adding this really beautiful chandelier light in the kitchen, but it didn't end up in the end. We ended up using these fitness stuff lights, one short and one tall, and we kept them in this gold and silver color. And then we also added these blinds from my first pet stuff. Honestly, that's probably my favorite item from that pack, and a reason that I actually enjoy the pack. There are some pretty decent items in it, but obviously it's not the best pack. I feel like I always have to be like, I don't endorse this pack, but there are some cool items in it if you are someone like me that likes to own all of the packs. But we're just going back into the kitchen and adding some more clutter objects, and I feel like lately I've just been adding those barbecue sauces to every kitchen, and I don't know why, because I feel like I never used to do that. And since we were bringing in those purples, I thought we could use this bed from Seasons that's very purple and blue. And we use this beautiful rug from Jungle Adventure, some base game side tables, and this really pretty light that came with City Living, which I don't think I've used since City Living came out. Like when it came out and I started a City Living Let's Play, I put that light above Cataleya's bed. And I haven't used it since. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy I remembered her name. It's been so long since I played with that family. I really enjoyed that Let's Play. And they had their first kid like right before toddlers came out. So I waited a day to upload, like age him up, not knowing the next day that toddlers were going to be released. So that was my first baby in game that got to become a toddler. Just remembering that now. That was really cool. But we're adding a bookcase in here, just nestling it in here so there's a nice place to keep some books. And it's just a cozy bedroom. I really like it. We also added the ottoman at the end of the bed that we also have in the living room. I think it's a really nice one that came with City Living because it does have the cushions on the top, but then storage for books underneath. I just really like that item. I wish it came in some more normal swatches because a lot of them are very patterned. And I feel like they only fit with certain types of builds, but I do really like it anyway. It does have that really pretty black swatch and a couple of other ones that are not as crazy, but there's one that's like watermelon colored. It's like lime green and salmon pink. So that one, I want to find a way to use that at some point in time, but I'm not sure how I'm going to go ahead and do that. But we're just adding some more plants around here. And I'm going to grab this plant that I was talking about and throw it in the hallway that, is from Seasons. I think is really nice. Did I forget I put those paintings above the door? I might have left those there. I hope I deleted them, but if not, I will make sure to get rid of those before I upload this to the gallery. That would be hilarious if I left those there. I'm just like, I'll move these out of the way for a minute and then I'll go delete them. But it doesn't look like I did. That's unfortunate. But we're going to be coming to the end of the video here shortly. There'll be screenshots for you guys to see as all the rooms plus the floor plan. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also click that little bell and it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload so you won't miss out on anything. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Leave any suggestions you have for future builds in the comments down below and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody.